Hello and welcome back to another Bundesliga video where this time I'm talking about Matchday 25 games, 9 in total as always in Bundesliga. And yeah, some interesting results. Dortmund definitely, they didn't like the last Matchday's result, and that game included the most goals of this Matchday. But yeah, there were other interesting results like Leverkusen and Bayern München, but let's get to these games in order. So Friday game that was played between Borussia Mönchengladbach and Werder Bremen. In fact, it ended up being 2-2 game. I thought Mönchengladbach would get the win, but Dux decided otherwise. So he scored twice for Werder Bremen. And actually Mönchengladbach had the lead twice, so they blow the lead twice in this match. Marcus Thuram scored the first goal of the match, 12th goal of the Frenchman's Bundesliga campaign this season. And Florian Neuhaus also scored, so they led the game 1-0 and 2-1, not ideal, but Mönchengladbach's season overall hasn't been that ideal, so is it surprising? I mean, yes, kind of, but also how the season has gone, it's not that surprising for me. But I would have still thought that Mönchengladbach would got 3 points out of this match. Then Augsburg and Schalke face each other. Schalke, obviously, they've done better recently, and in this match they don't lose any. They lose points in that they don't win the game, but they didn't lose it either. So they haven't lost in a while, and that Dortmund game probably gave them another boost for their staying hopes in Bundesliga to the next season. So Meyer started the goal scoring for Augsburg, but Arne Meyer's goal wasn't enough because Bülter, he's having quite a good at least last matches for Schalke, and a big reason why Schalke is doing better lately is Bülter's great form, and let's see if he could continue that after the international break that's gonna be soon, and then their Klassiker is gonna be on after that, so that's gonna be interesting, especially after these results. Then Hoffenheim and Hertha Berlin face each other. It ended up being 3-1 game for Hoffenheim. Kramaric, he scored twice, Croatian striker, twice from penalty spots. I thought, both of the penalties probably were correct and deserved to be given. And Kramaric scored twice, and then Bebu also scored one. So Bebu managed to make the game 3-0. But then at second minute of added time, Jovetic, what I believe is second goal of the season for experienced striker. Let's see if he could get something going. I mean, he's not a regular in starting lineup anymore, but at least he's getting some goals this season. Then Wolfsburg faced Stuttgart, 1-0 win there for Wolfsburg. Stuttgart tight relegation battle, and now they are last. It could change any match day really. But Wolfsburg only goal was scored by Marmoush, and important 3 points for them as well. It's really beginning to tighten up on the top because Freiburg they got points, not 3, but they jumped to 4th. Leipzig they dropped to 5th place, and Mainz doing pretty well, and other teams as well, Leverkusen for example. So important points for Wolfsburg, and let's see if they could continue that after the international break. Getting good results for them would be vital if they wanted to get to European positions, for example. Is this the most surprising result of these matchups? I mean, there are some, but I would think, at least for me, I was shocked to see Bochum winning second straight game. They won 1-0 at home against Leipzig. I mean, Leipzig had chances, but they couldn't capitalize. And yeah, as you can see, Masovic, who is recently scoring at a good rate for Bochum, yeah, he scored, and I believe Bochum are now 14th or 15th, and yeah, important 3 points as they're trying to get away from the other sides that are close to relegating, or yeah, getting relegated to Bundesliga 2, or yeah, and yeah, I'm just shocked that Leipzig lost, really. I really have no words about that. I thought that Leipzig would win this, but no, and now they dropped the fifth, so yeah, they have to do better after the after the international break. Then what really was revenge of sorts after that losing the, well, not losing, but drawing the Revier derby. Clearly Dortmund took that personally, and yeah, 4-0 after 36 minutes because, well, Guerreiro scored the first goal, first of many for Dortmund, 6 in total. Then Sebastian Aller scored once, then Royce, first of second of his goals today, or well, then when the game was played. Daniel Malen, who was great in this match, he scored to make the game 4-0. Then Selke scored, that was just, well, he scored one goal, I believe first goal for him in Köln uniform, but yeah, that really didn't matter because second half Aller and Roy scored, so both of them got second goals in the game, and yeah, 6-1 just thrashing, and Dortmund, they were pretty efficient with their chances, and this is exactly the kind of bounce back they needed after two, considering the Champions League exit, they really needed this, and yeah, let's see if they could continue that great form after this game, not that great before this, but yeah, against Bayern München in their Klassiker. Then Union Berlin, they faced Frankfurt, who really are struggling lately, Frankfurt that is, and yeah, Union Berlin, they were struggling coming into this game. In the end, they won 2-0, so yeah, I mean, that's important for them, and they are now third because of all the results, Leipzig losing and all that. And Khedira scored, Sami Khedira's brother scored there, and then Behrens made the game 2-0, and yeah, important 3 points for Union Berlin. They have struggled, so this win really came in handy for them. Then, if the Bochum-Leipzig game wasn't the most surprising, this was. If you were not surprised about that, I don't really know why, but Leverkusen, they won Bayern Munich 2-1. I thought Kimmich scored at the first half. Yeah, this game is gonna be for Bayern Munich, but Hradecki was great for Leverkusen in goal, and yeah, 2 penalties, both of them, I believe, initially not ruled penalties, but then VAR made them penalties, and referee made the correct decisions, at least that's what I thought. And Ezequiel Palacios, Argentinian midfielder, scored twice, so important figure in that sense that 2 goals, 2 penalties, 2-1 win. Leverkusen really looking strong lately, and yeah, I wouldn't be that surprised if they make, well, maybe top 4 this year if they continue at this rate. There are not that many match days left though, so they have to be great until the end of the season. Then the last game was between Mainz and Freiburg, 1-1 there. It looked like Freiburg would get away with this and 1-0 win with Doan scoring the Japanese winger 1-0. And yeah, it looked like Freiburg would win, but then Karim Onisiwo, 6 minutes of added time, just as Freiburg thought they would get a win. And yeah, they didn't, so that's gonna be tough for them, and they will just have to regroup after the international break and try to get a win. But let me know your thoughts about this Matchday 25 games. Were you surprised by any of these results? I mean, you probably should be if Leverkusen won. I don't know. Maybe some of you thought that Leverkusen would beat Bayern. I mean, Leverkusen have been great, but Certainly the Bochum beating Leipzig, that was surprising, at least for me. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, hit the like and subscribe for more Bundesliga and football content, and have a nice day.